Judge Joe Brown said, I hope they wreck him. Okay, so this is a follow-up. Judge Joe Brown said some really stupid things about Karmelo Anthony. How about we show instead of tell?
The stupid cowards that are out there trying to justify what he did don't seem to get it. They start talking about he might have been hurt. Yeah, that's the point of a fist fight. You might get hurt, might get knocked out, might get a tooth broken, a nose broken, a jaw broken, cheekbone broken, all kinds of other stuff that can happen. That's why it takes men to deal with man on man, 1-to-1 fair fight, because you have the balls. I hope they really wreck him. Because I am embarrassed that so many of these fools are trying to associate cowardice, dishonor. I have a long list I don't even want to go through because I'll start cussing thinking about it. They want to associate that with what I am. I'm a black man.
I took exception to this shit. I saw it as foul. And I know people say, well, we got to respect Judge Joe Brown, his legal acumen, his high IQ when it comes to analyzing legal situations. This was not him analyzing a legal situation or interpreting the law for laymen. This was him showing his complete ass. This was him giving his opinion. As last time I checked, they should wreck him. It's not a legal doctrine. It doesn't mean cancel Judge Brown. I don't have the ability to cancel Judge Joe Brown. I do have the ability to use this mic and tell a dude, you need to cut the bullshit out. Karmelo Anthony is a 17-year-old young man. And I guess you got your wish because they gave him 35 years, Judge. It seemed to me like the part of what Judge was so upset about was personal for him. He damn near had a fallout fit, a conniption fit, as he was trying to articulate himself. He was upset because he's worried about how conservatives see his ass. This wasn't about you, and it's not about me. It's about the life of that 17-year-old. Now, I don't know how old your kids are, but I have a 16 going on 17-year-old in my house. And for him to get 35 years over a fight he did not initiate, that he did not start, over some white kids, some bigger kids with him because they don't like where he's standing, that's a problem. Also had a problem with Judge Joe Brown even bringing this up. Why do this? Why cheer on the legal system to chew up another young man? Why? Our legal system don't do enough eating the black people. I kind of moved on from it. I didn't expect a response. But Judge Joe Brown did respond. Here he goes. Not on video. He responded via Twitter or X. What in the horn-swaddling, swashbuckling, coon shit is that? Judge Joe Brown says, I detest and despise cowards. Honor is paramount. It was to myself and my friends when we were in high school. It still is to those of us still breathing. If I lost a fist fight, I certainly wouldn't sue. I've been in a few. There's nothing more sacred to a man than his honor. To not understand that is tragic. A tragic illustration of why we've fallen so far as a republic and as an ethnic groups that fail to comprehend this ancient truth. I don't even know what this is about. Your honor? Fighting is not about honor. Out here in these streets can get you killed, no matter who you are. There's no honor in fights. That shit is so played out. If you threaten somebody in the state of Texas, they can stand their ground. They don't have to knuckle up with you. They don't have to wait to see if you're going to hit them wrong and they fall wrong and now my life is threatened and, all this measuring or whatever. Karmelo Anthony, to me, in my opinion, still stands. He was defending himself. And if you call him a coward, you got to call Austin Metcalf, a bully, because you could smell when somebody didn't want to fight. I know when I was coming up, If we were going to knuckle up, you could always tell who was the aggressor. You could always tell who was the one that wanted to fight. And I'm pretty sure they could tell that Karmelo was not trying to fight. So that would make Austin a bully. Because that's what you are when somebody don't want to fight you and you want to fight them. They don't want to fight you, you let it go. If you would have let it go, he'd be here. But that's beside the point. Let's continue here. Because I was not even going to respond to Judge Joe Brown's response. I was going to let it go out of respect for him. Being an older brother, man, being an OG, a double OG. I was going to let it go because I don't want to say anything that could be misconstrued as a total lack of regard for the brother. We differ in opinion. We don't have to agree. But then I saw this, okay? And this, I couldn't let it slide when I saw this. Judge Joe Brown is a friend of, he rooted on Daniel Penny. He rooted on Daniel Penny. He says, yeah, Mr. Penny was righteous. Not that he did what he had to do. Not that he, things did not go well, but I'm glad he did what he did. He says he was righteous. And he upheld his status as a USMC vet. U.S. Marine Corps vet. Race had nothing to do with it. Oh, okay. Okay. How do we know that, Judge? The hoods are hells because tolerance and excuses for unacceptable behavior are so rife. This represents redemption for those who stand by and do nothing but video with their phones. So after I saw this, I said, okay, gotta get him. All bets are off at this point because he don't respect me. He don't respect black people. He respect that bullshit logic he has in his head, this patriotism, nationalism bullshit about this is American and we got to do it this way and this is whatever, dog. America is not a stand-up country. We turned the Jews back when they came over. We ain't paid reparations to black folks, and we marched the Indians on a walk of death. We took credit for winning World War II when it was the Russians who lost 1 million. We're still lying about that. I mean, what are you talking about? What are we living up to here? We could solve American hunger with the amount of money we give Israel every year. We could cure hunger in the United States, and we won't do it because, God forbid, some black people might get some money. And I got this goofball talking like we the problem. Ain't nothing wrong with black people a little bit of money couldn't fix. Shout out to Reset Race. We may need a little bit of therapy, but we are the least of the problem in this country. Thank you for saying otherwise. That's what's wrong with the hood. What's wrong with the hood? It's been undervalued. It's been discriminated against intentionally and marginalized. You on that bullshit. Matter of fact, you on that bullshit, and anybody that rocked with you was on that bullshit. My name ain't Marc Lamont Hill. I will hit you with the kitchen sink, Pops. I'll let your ass have it. It's unscrupulous and it's detestable that a grown-ass black man would utter out of his mouth the type of nonsense you speaking is that black people put ourselves in this deplorable condition. Anywhere in the world you go to where people are unresourced, under-resourced, undervalued, you will find crime and you will find a whole lot of resentment, bitterness, and dysfunction. We've done exceptionally well. In fact, we're the most prosperous of all black people on the planet. The Brits, the Africans, anywhere you go. Go to South America and find black people. Go to Africa, West Africa, North Africa, South Africa. Go anywhere in the UK. I've done the math. I've done the research. We're more wealthy than all of them. They all want to be us. And I got your ass sitting here talking about the bottom 20% of us who are catching the most hell. We have black folks who are doing very well for themselves, who would not even be bothered to hang out with the poor black folks in this country. When we start adjusting for class and money, who has the resources and who don't, our crime start looking like white people crime. It's just when you have a permanent underclass that's eating and chewing up lower class, working class folks every day. And for the record, I don't know the last time you've been to a poor-ass white people neighborhood, you better lock your doors 3 times there too. I don't know where y'all goofballs been at that you ain't never been nowhere where poor-ass white people be at. I'm so tired of this bullshit where people deny reality. You know what? You picked a damn good time to talk about the ills of black community when a young black kid gets sentenced to 35 years. If it would have been a white kid that killed a white kid, we wouldn't even know anything about that goddamn story. If it would have been a black kid that killed a black kid, we wouldn't know anything about that goddamn story. And we all know what would have happened if it would have been a white kid who killed a black kid. And let that black kid, whether that black kid was bigger than him or not, them same people that you talking about as your buddies and you don't want to look bad in front of, that you feel upset that people would let you be a punchline or a talking point, as if when they talk about black people, they talking about your rich ass, your wealthy ass, or your well-to-do, your iconic, name-known, recognized, famous ass. They ain't talking about you. They talking about broke-ass Negroes whose names they don't know. You are special. You one of the good ones. Hope that makes you feel good. We all know that them conservative friends whose ass you kissing with these types of posts, whether intentional or unintentional, we all know what they would have done and would have said if arson would have been, if it would have been reversed. And Karmelo was the bigger one, and arson defended himself by using a blade. They would have said he did what he had to do, and he is a hero. They would have never conceded he was wrong. They would have never conceded, which you are easily happy. You so fast to concede self-defense with this young man, you damn near cut your lip on your microphone. You couldn't wait to get it out your mouth. You have a deep-seated hate for working-class black folks. And I wonder if that has ever permeated your rulings in your courtrooms, because it's pretty clear. Ain't nothing worse than a black man who don't love black people. I'm down for accountability. How about them first? How about them first? Last thing they would take is accountability. And you clap for Daniel Penny? You put an emaciated, sick person in a headlock and took his life for words. And if you don't consider that cowardice, what is? So we got Karmelo Anthony who used a knife as a weapon. And we have Daniel Penny who used his 10 years of U.S. Marine Corps training as a weapon. But one you applied, the other one you call cowardice and wish that they wreck him. And I'll be the judge of that. I take no joy in telling you that shit or dropping that on you like it's hot. But the truth is, walking on tiptoes around you. Told you, my name ain't Marc Lamont Hill. Ain't no stuttering, just furniture moving around, especially about my people. I don't play about my people. You want to go over there and dance for them? You want to do some lap dances or something for the conservative whites who wouldn't piss on me, wouldn't piss on our broke, unknown asses if we was on fire to put us out? And got you over here doing this. I expect more from you. Fake ass conservative. What the y'all conserving? You know, just because I don't like the Democrats don't mean I roll with this. I'm black first. Somebody got to be. And it's not biased to support that brother. I see him as a human being. Notwithstanding him hiring that Dominique. I don't know what that was about. I don't know. I disagree with that so badly. And I don't know what's up. We asked him not to. We wanted them to cut ties with that last year. They could have used the benefit of your counsel when they was going through the shit, you know? And don't tell me you couldn't find them, you couldn't reach them, because you Judge O'Brien. It is what it is. I stand on my business. We are my business. How you see a kid who never been in trouble before as a cold-blooded killer is crazy to me. Just remember, they took Dylann Roof out for a whopper after he killed 7 of us. In cold blood in church. You worry about what them people think about. Karmelo? Judge O'Brien is more upset with Karmelo Anthony than all of Fox News was upset with Dylann Roof after he killed 7 black people praying. After he sat with them while they prayed. You don't see nothing wrong with that. You don't see yourself on the wrong side of this shit. You sure? Are you sure? I did not see Sean Hannity come out and say, I hope they wreck him. You guys are a joke. Retire. Retire. Stop talking. Stop doing content, man. Stop talking. All y'all stop talking. Stop talking when real niggas speaking. What type of shit is this? Kissing white people ass. They don't love you, Judge. I don't remember seeing conservatives that upset about the Tops supermarket shooting. Do you remember them being upset about the Tops supermarket shooting? You more upset about Austin Metcalf than no white people was upset about all the people, the grandmas shopping in the Tops supermarket in Buffalo. You don't think that that's out of whack? Huh? You don't find that a little wacky? That you got more venom to spit about that 17-year-old kid than you had for the killer who killed them black people shopping, buying food for their families? You don't see a disconnection, an incongruency? Is that something lacking? Is that a misunderstanding? Where is your pride? I agree about the Democrats, and I'm quick to criticize the Democrats because that's who we vote for. That's who black people put their trust in. So that's my main target. But I do not kiss white evangelical ass on anything. Nor do I believe this fallacy of America is the epitome of anything. And we talking about honor. We are a dishonorable country. How we gonna be an honorable country? They never paid their slaves. How we gonna say that? How you gonna use the word honor and in this country, in the folklore? What is this? A John Rockwell painting? What are you talking about, man? The amount of money we put into stopping human trafficking in this country is a disgrace. A disgrace. I don't care about people in this country. What honor are you talking about? Men. They don't even consider you a man. These people don't consider you a man. If they did, they'd compensate you. They have no respect for us. I'm going to say this and I'm going to let it go. I got love for George O'Brien, but I find his rhetoric disgusting, pointless. And ass kissery is not allowed. So he says he detests, what does he say? He detests, it's disgusting, and he detests some shit. What did he say? He detests cowardice. I detest ignorance. I detest ass kissery. I detest anti-blackness. All right, so I got a newsletter that I'm putting out every week. I've been doing this for a minute. Get the Tim Black Show official newsletter. All you got to do to get it is go to timblacktv.com. You'll see my contact form. In the subject, put newsletter. Get my weekly updates, free giveaways, and digital downloads. Go to timblacktv.com and contact. You'll see the tab for contact. There's a form. Put your name in the form, your email address, I should say. your email address, fill out the form, put your email address, and that gives me permission to send you the form or send you the newsletter, and I will do that.